Hello everyone and welcome to another video. It's Francesco here. So in this video I'm actually going to be passing over to Paul Miners. Now Paul is a lifestyle blogger. He writes about everything from productivity to time management to energy management and all things surrounding that. Now he has a really fantastic blog which I will include in the link in the description. But what Paul is also very good at is setting his goals up very well using a tool called Asana. Now a lot of you guys may know what Asana is from some of my previous videos and also some of my recommendations. So what I'm going to do in this video is actually pass over to Paul to showcase all of his favourite tips and tricks when he sets up his Asana. This video will give you some insights into how you can set up your personal Asana to organise any personal goals or work goals that you do have. He also showcases some of the new features in Asana which he has been personally using to organise all of those tasks. So without further ado, I'm actually going to pass over to Paul. I'm actually going to include all of his new travel vlog information. He is going travelling for 6 months with his partner and he's going to be doing a vlog very soon where he documents that journey. So I'm going to put that in the description. You guys can go and check that out because I'm sure there'll be some really amazing tips and tricks throughout that whole journey that he takes. Anyway guys, make sure to have a great week, keep productive and enjoy this video. I'll see you guys very, very soon. Cheers.
Okay, hello YouTube and subscribers of Francesco. Francesco, thanks for having me on your YouTube channel. It's a pleasure to be showing you and your audience how I am currently using Asana. So what I'll do in this video is I'll show you my personal Asana account and the different projects and things that I have set up so that you can get a bit of an idea of how I'm using it to plan the different projects and goals in my life. So here we are starting on the My Tasks page of Asana. This is what I consider to be probably the most useful page in Asana, and it's because it has these three main sections, today, upcoming and later, that let you naturally kind of prioritize and organize your tasks. So what happens is when you assign a task to yourself, or if someone assigns a task to you, it appears in the new section. So I'll just create a new task now. And you can see now it appears up here as a new task, and it's got a little blue dot next to it, kind of like how you would receive a new email. And then you can click on this dot and you can mark it for one of these three sections: today, upcoming, or later. Let's put a due date on here. So for example, if this task is due maybe 2 weeks from today, let's go, or maybe we don't want it due on Christmas, let's say the 27th. And then as it's due in a couple of weeks, what I might do is click this and mark this task for later. And so it disappears and it goes down into this section down here later, which is collapsed by default. So it means that you don't have to worry about that task until it falls due. But the nice thing about Asana is that when this task is 7 days from being due, it'll actually move into the upcoming section. So if I bring that back up here now, 7 days from being due, it would actually appear right here in upcoming. And this section is great for showing you just things that are coming up in the next 7 days, so you can start to think about them and work on those tasks. And then obviously on the day that it falls due, this task would then automatically appear in the today section. And so it's really nice because you can set up all your due dates for all your work, and then as tasks fall due, they will just naturally move through these sections of Asana. So it's a really nice kind of way you can open up Asana in the morning and you've just got like a list of things that you need to do without thinking too much about, going through your list to work out what to work on. So I really like that feature of Asana. Now, within this upcoming section, I've actually further organized this section with these subsections. Now, sections are just created by starting to type the name of your section, and then you just add a colon on the end, and then it automatically gets formatted as a section. So I've actually created a few extra labels here to just kind of add a bit more structure to my tasks. So GTD fans, Getting Things Done fans, will recognize some of these. I've got next actions for kind of quick and easy things that I want to do kind of when I get a chance. Waiting is where I hold tasks temporarily when I can't move that task forward. I'm actually waiting on a response or something from someone. And then I have this week, and then down here next week to just break up the working week. So this is everything due before Sunday, and then next week is everything the following week. And so there might still be things due within the next 7 days in my next week section, but I just break up the working weeks, and it's just a nice way of kind of seeing at a glance what I have coming up in the next week or so. So this is definitely by far my favorite section of Asana, and actually you just saw like if I click on a task, one of the other things I really like is how you can click on a task and you can expand the task pane on the right hand side here, and you can view all the details of your tasks. So here we go, record this video for Francesco. I'm working on this right now. I can have a bunch of details in here, and I really like how I've got access to my task, all of its information, without actually obscuring the rest of my project. It's nice to still have the project on the left and then the task on the right. I really like that design feature as well. So that's the My Tasks section. You can, as you may have spotted, you can organize this or you can view this section as a calendar as well. So you can, at a glance, get a picture of when all your tasks are falling due. And you can even sync this to your Google or Apple Calendar accounts. And the nice thing is you can click and drag and move these tasks around, and it will update the due dates for every task on the fly. So that's really nice. If I talk you through my projects now, on the left I've got my 2017 goals. This isn't quite complete yet, but this is where I'm starting to plan my goals for next year. So I've got sections for each quarter, for each month, and I'm kind of using this project to plan out my main priorities month on month. And the way this project works is I actually add tasks in here from my other projects. So you can see this book club task is actually in the products project. You can see here, as well as my 2017 goals project. And that's another really nice feature of Asana, is that you can add tasks to multiple projects, which means you can access them from multiple places. So with this goals project, I basically use it to summarize the tasks and fit the tasks from these projects on the left into a goals kind of layout or structure. So I'm planning month on month, and so I can just add a task into this goals project from these other projects here, if that makes sense. So you can see I've got Q1 launch and grow book club, and then January it's target for how many members I want to have, and then I'm going to be building out this project more over the last few weeks of this year to kind of plan out the rest of my goals for 2017. If I show you my Kanban project now, this is taking advantage of the new Asana feature, the board layout view, and Trello users will be very familiar with this way of setting up projects. This has been a very welcomed upgrade to Asana, which has come about in the last kind of couple of months, and it just gives you a new way to structure your projects. So instead of organizing your tasks in a list vertically like this, you can now set things up in this kind of column view, and instead of having sections, you've got these columns. And so with this Kanban project, anyone familiar with the Kanban system may know how this works already, but the basic idea here is that on the left, these are all the kind of main little tasks or mini projects that I'm planning. These are the things that are in progress that I'm currently working on. Again, I have a waiting section just as a temporary holding area, and then I have a complete column. And the idea here is that in order to start one of these new ideas, I have to first complete one of these. I have to advance one of these tasks forward, or complete it, or ditch it altogether before I can start something else. And so using this column kind of Kanban flow approach, it helps you to limit how many tasks you're working on at any given time. And similar to the previous goals project, you can see I've actually added this task to a number of different projects. So it's actually part of my content calendar, it's part of my products project, and then it's part of this Kanban board as well. So that is my Kanban board, which is just used to help prioritize kind of mini projects and tasks that I'm working on. And now we get into the kind of the meat of the various projects where I really do organize most of my tasks. So here we go. This is my business project where I just plan kind of the main website improvements, kind of advertising content and other admin tasks that I'm working on. So you can see I've just got sections for the different kind of areas of my business. It's pretty straightforward. Products is used for planning out product updates, new products that I'm working on. So the big new product I'm working on right now is a book club, which I'm hoping to launch in 2017. And I just have sections here for the different types of product that I'm working on. And if I ever want to make an update to products, I put a task in the right section, and it's just a nice way of organizing the different products and updates and things that I'm working on. We come to my sales project, which is about organizing client work. So I've got tasks for each client that I'm working on, and I have a list of subtasks for each client, which shows when I'm going to be speaking with them or setting activities to follow up on certain, just follow up with the client on a regular basis. We've got my content project here. This is actually one of my favorite projects where I plan out my content calendar for content that's going up on my blog, the podcast, emails that I'm sending out as well. So if I show you this task that I'm working on, I'm actually using Asana's new custom fields here. I've created a custom field called status, which basically lets me highlight what status this post is in. So whether it's kind of just an idea, whether it's in progress or finalized and ready to publish. And I'm using tags to show the type of content that it is. So this is going to be a YouTube video. I'm also going to write up a blog post and publish it on the podcast as well. And you can see I'm using all subtasks here as a checklist for making sure that I don't miss a step. Before I publish, I make sure that I've completed various steps. So I use these subtasks as a checklist to make sure I don't miss anything before publishing. And yeah, I really like this project. I really like in particular the calendar view. So if I switch to the calendar, you can have a look and see at a glance like when different emails and pieces of content are scheduled to go out. And it's really nice when it comes to reorganizing this content calendar. I can just click and drag to move things around, and the due dates for everything just kind of updates on the fly, which is really nice. And similar to my goals project, I've just structured the tasks into months of the year. And then the final few projects, I've got a personal project for managing day-to-day tasks and things, and a work project. And finally, the ideas project. This is just a holding area for ideas and kind of other products and just things I might want to work on sometime in the future. So I've got columns for ebooks, videos, online courses, and just random things that I've thought about, and I just kind of like holding these tasks here so I don't forget about them, and I like displaying them in a board view. It's just a nice creative way to kind of manage all the different ideas that I have. So there we have it. That's really a rundown of my Asana account. If you have any questions related to anything, how to use Asana or how I've set things up, please leave me a comment down below this video. And I hope you got some ideas on how you can better organize your projects. And thanks very much for watching.